Race 6 is an MR87 handicap over 1,000 meters. The sixth race due off at 15:30. We've got a full field of 12 runners with the reserve runners still at this early stage that we're doing the show. Very tricky race on paper. Before we get to analyze the form, let's hear from Peter Muscat, who saddles Valiente and Hop, Skip and Jump, and Gareth Van Sale, who is the trainer of the very interesting runner Prince Crash.
He's a horse that's probably underachieved up to now. He shows exceptional work at home. Obviously, his last start was a big improvement. From the one draw, he's going to get a great run in transit. He needs to be covered up early on. And funny enough, at his last start was the first time he's ever done everything correctly in a race, because he's normally quite fierce early, but he settled beautifully, and certainly his poly form is probably superior to his turf form, so he looks like he could be quite a big runner on Sunday. Hop, Skip and Jump, you can basically put a line through her last start. I tried something, a 7-day backup with her, which she didn't cope with. She also pulled up a little bit jarred up, so just ignore that run completely. She's had a nice little break since then. She's fit enough heading in to do herself justice. But taking on the boys is always very awkward. But once again, she's ideally drawn. Her work is solid in the lead up. She always shows you very good work on the track. And with some luck in transit, I think she'll probably lead. She should certainly finish in the first four.
Yeah, Prince Crash is a horse that puts up good work. He's a lovely type of a horse too. Obviously, while we campaigned him at some of the features as a 2-year-old, unfortunately, things didn't materialize there. We gave him a break, threw him out, and he's still about 20% off being where I need him to be to produce at his best. He's obviously fit enough to race well, but when I'm referring to that 20% I'm looking for, it's with regards to wellness coming on and just flourishing. So within himself, I think he's closer to 80% than 100. But definitely putting up good work, definitely fit enough to run well. But from that draw, at least we've got a good jock on. We'll have to get a little bit of luck in running and hopefully run into the money. But I'm hoping this run gets him into a better space.
A very competitive MR87 handicap over 1,000 meters. My selection is the Peter Muscat train number 1 Valiente, who jumps out of pole position with only 49.5 on his back for the services of Tabiso Gamedi, being priced up 7-1 co-second favourite. 7-2 the favourite, number 2 Ziva La Winter is my second choice. They're bidding 7-2 Ziva La Winter, 7-1 bar the 1, which is a clear indication of just how competitive this race is. My third choice is number 5 Hey Boy, and my fourth choice, number 7 Cold Hard Cash, which of course carries the hopes of my colleague here, Warren Lenferner. But as you will see, Warren, from my perms, I've gone extremely wide. The likes of DiMatteo has already won 7 on the polytrack, gets the services of Anton Marcus under top weight of 62.5, and many others, too many to mention. I've gone very, very wide, but I've given the benefit of the doubt to number 1 Valiente, but with no degree of confidence whatsoever. How do you see the race?
Very easy race. Racing certainty, number 7 Cold Hard Cash. Jokes aside, he is my first choice. Call me biased, call me what you like. Penultimate start at Greyville, drawn 11 out of 11, third to Traces. I would think that Traces is probably a bit better than Valiente and Hop, Skip and Jump. That's just merely my opinion. Last time out, drawn 12 out of 12, impossible draw. He always gives an indifferent run, a good run. He's got his issues. He races with a Cornell collar. He's much kinder drawn. The yard of the opinion that he's in a good space. He's working well. From a kinder draw, giving that kind of run to Traces, which was in a 96 handicap, we're now in an 87 handicap, I think he'll go very close. I do have healthy respect for your first choice, number 1 Valiente. I think this is the one that we've got to fear the most. I give him a big chance. Light draw, at least lightweight, good draw, solid run last time, lots to like about Valiente. Ziva La Winter number 2, I'm waiting a bit for me. I know that they tell me that this horse has got ability, but first run out the names.
What impresses me about him, I mean, it's always difficult to be confident about a young horse having its post-maiden run in a very competitive race against hard-knocking sprinters. But the fact is, Last time was his first run as a gelding. So I'm going to respect the fact that he's unbeaten as a gelding, but he faces an enormous task here. And I certainly wouldn't be rushing to back him as a favourite, but I do respect his chances.
Fully agreed with you, 100%. Pacific Winter, number 11. I'm going to see again. They did fancy this horse last time. He's got ability. I want to see him start improving before I can really tip him. Prince Kresh, interesting runner. But Valiente, the horse that we all got to beat. But naturally, I'm hoping that 7 Cold Hard Cash, and I do believe that he can.
One runner we must mention, as I said, it's a very difficult race to dissect. Every single one of them has got a chance. But number 6, Brazil Nut, ran a very good third in the Model Man Mile the other day behind Fight Song. And interestingly, his only run over 1,000 metres was a winning run for him. So he steps back from the mile to 1,000 metres. Not quite sure what the rationale is there, but the fact is that Brazil Nut has won his only start over the distance, so he comes into a very tricky race with a chance. It's wide, wide open. Go as wide as you can. We wish Cold Hard Cash all the best. I'm marginally in the camp of number 1 Valiente.